Failed with minor repairs, repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in the year of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Fire escape engineers, inspection summary video, Dunster Street in Cambridge. So we got a 3-story masonry building. First, second floor egress, single platform, original style grading here, original hardware in the railings. This is a mesh of some old construction with new. Someone's moved the legs out, so they've put some new legs down on this small knee wall, coming up with an I-beam bridge coming across. The bridge itself is not tied into the masonry, it's tied into the original construction, so we're going to still be relying on the original structural connection, which is embedded here. So I have one channel embedded here. I do have a through bolt here, and I do have another embedded channel here. I have no idea what that unistrut's doing. It looks like some old electrical. Again, so the box up here has some major rust in the clips. The platforms will not pass at this time. The structural itself, I have no reason to feel, so the embedded steel and masonry will pass. Floors are going to pass. This grading looks like it's been reworked. I see no jacking in the spaces, which is very typical for this style. This grading looks pretty good. The paint, there is more paint than rust, but at this time she's starting to show signs. And again, she's going to feel for some other reasons down below. So when that work is done, I recommend a full paint job and sealing this up with silicone. This system is pre-78, so when you're scraping paint, you're going to need a renovator's license. This is presumed to have lead paint. Again, so I'll show you some of the deficiencies I found. Again, make sure I got the through bolt there. Can you see it's in good order? No, at least no visible signs out here of water penetrating into the envelope. The doors do appear to be functioning. No visible signs to tell me otherwise. We do have lighting. No debris or flammable materials. The stringer connections do look good. No visible rust. It looks like sharp welds on the stringer side. Structural 1/2-inch bolts in the stringer clip to channel. So there's the bolts there holding up the new bridge. There's one here. There's sharp welded connection that's bolted, and there's another bolt back behind this. These treads are going to fail. The tread surfaces themselves are going to fail because a couple are bent, but these ones, the spaces, I see nothing really wrong with. It is possible that someone's reworked this because I see hex heads. But the treads definitely, these are squares mixed with hex nuts. So it must have been right around period where they changed over. But there is some internal rust. They weren't sealed. You can see water too penetrating out. That's not a weld, that's rust. Let's try to get a little zoom in there. And you can already see some deflection going on. And again, it's minimal, but there is internal rust, so you can either, I'm going to feel them at this time for internal rust. Some are worse than others. And I'll just give you a shot of these bent treads. This is the wall. Looks alright to me. It's a pretty solid foundation wall. I believe it's definitely going down below the frost line. I don't know whether or not a primer was pulled. We've got some new railings here. and the gate to the egress out to the street. Stuff's getting primed and painted now, so it should be all set. Fire escape engineers inspection summary video.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with minor repairs. Repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.